Hi, it's wine time on the patio again, and today I'm going to be enjoying a rosé wine from Easley Winery in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now this one is called No Opposition, which is what they call a proprietary or fanciful name. That means that there are probably more than one variety of grape in this wine. It doesn't tell me that it's a blend or what it's a blend of, but the name suggests that. Now this is a dry rosé, so a lot of people might be familiar with one of the more prominent rosé wines, which is the White Zinfandel. Rosé wines are generally pink in color. Also, sometimes they're known as blush. The same thing, blush, rosé, there's no difference. And the color generally comes from how long the liquid is left on the skin. So the color is coming from the skin of the grapes. So any number of grapes can be used, different varieties of grapes can be used to make a rosé. A lot of people enjoy rosés because they're often very sweet. White Zinfandel tends to be more sweet, and I know a lot of new wine drinkers enjoy the sweeter wines when they first start out trying different wines. So they'll go for a rosé, or they might go for something really more sweet like a Moscato. And those kind of introduce a lot of new wine drinkers to wine, and then as they experiment with different wines, they learn more about what they enjoy. Now rosé, like I said, is generally kind of more of a sweet wine, and rosé kind of comes and goes in popularity. A lot of people kind of think of it as not as fancy as having a red or a white variety, but this is now a dry rosé, so it's a little bit unusual. And dry rosés are really taking off. I think it's bringing a lot of new drinkers to the rosé world because they're trying out the dry rosé, which has a very different style than the normal rosés. So this is a screw cap, so I'm going to take this off. Here's the crack of that. Now you all remember that this is a great way to bottle wine. So there's nothing about a screw cap on a bottle of wine that makes it less expensive, less valuable, anything like that. It is really just the most efficient way to cap your wine, because corks can go bad, they can rot, they can disintegrate, all kinds of things can happen with corks. And rubber corks or rubber, they can also affect the quality and flavors of your wine. The screw caps can't do anything bad to your wine, keeps it sealed, keeps it fresh, so nothing bad about that at all. So again, I'm going to pour myself a little bit of this. I'm using a white wine glass. Rosé glasses are very similar. There's not a big difference between a rosé glass or a white wine glass. So most people just enjoy rosé wines or blush wines out of a white wine glass. So that's what I've got here. And I'm going to give this a spin and give it a little try, because I did taste this at the winery at Easley in Indianapolis when we were up there to purchase it. But it's been a little bit since I've had it. So let's go ahead, get a little nose. So it still has a sweet smell like a rosé. Give it a little taste, and this is very, very nice. It's very refreshing. It's not super dry, so it's not super dry like your red wines will be. It's not as dry as, say, like a Sauvignon Blanc or anything like that. It's got a little bit of sweetness, but it's got a crisp sort of finish. It's very refreshing. I did chill this. I like rosé served chilled. That's mostly how people do serve their rosé wines. You can have it at room temperature if you'd like, but I did chill this, and that's how I enjoy my rosé. So today I'm going to have a glass of No Opposition dry rosé from Easley Winery in Indianapolis for my wine time on the patio. Cheers.